Liesel, today's episode of the Lee Summit Town Hall podcast is brought to the good people by Budget Blinds of Lee Summit.
I love Budget Blinds of Lee Summit.
How can you not?
They're pretty legit.
It's a great business, and it's even greater people. So local people running that business, doing great things, and it's the home for enlightened style shades.
Enlightened style shades. I just like saying that.
And it sounds kind of big time.
It does.
Sounds very big time. And look, they don't just do shades. Like almost all of your interior decorating needs, they're there. They can help you get them. I even have pillows. I have pillows on my couch from Budget Blinds.
I didn't know you had pillows.
Yeah. Throw
That's
pillows.
Amazing.
I know. And who doesn't love throw pillows?
Everybody loves
Really.
throw pillows, and supporting a local business that gives back to the community is always a win.
Always a win. So when you're ready to make your home the best home it can be, go visit our friends at Budget Blinds of Lee Summit. Tell them Liesel and Nick say. Hello and welcome back to the Lee Summit Town Hall podcast. I'm your host, Nick Parker. With me as she is all the dang time.
All the time.
Liesel Hayes.
Hello, Lee Summit.
I don't know why it still cracks me up. It's been almost a year.
It has. It's been a year, and you're still making fun of my intro, and I think it's actually kind of legit. No offense.
It's all right.
I mean, it's fine.
It's okay.
I guess.
It's okay. We should do something to celebrate your year.
We should.
I think that's November.
I think so. That's around the time I text
you
year and begged you to be on this show,
right.
obviously.
Yeah. If you don't know, Liesel begged.
Yeah, absolutely.
She waited like 10 seconds after my former co-host, Jason Norbury, left the show. I mean, that's how he remembers it, though. It was
it's he said,
text.
She said. I don't know.
Hey, it's festival time
It
again.
is.
So we've got special guests back with us. Co-chairs. I've never seen an event with so many co-chairs before. Co-chairs for the Lee Summit Chambers Oktoberfest. My buddy Rachel Dyer.
Hello.
Wow.
That was a really weak hello.
Hello.
Can you act like you like the people of Lee
Hi.
Summit? There we
Hey,
go.
guys.
Mindy Hall.
Hey, let's see. Mindy did it.
Mindy's
got it.
And Krissie Hutchins is joining us from Vegas because, well, she wanted to be somewhere more awesome than here.
Hello, Lee Summit.
What took you out to Vegas? Is it just vacation or is this work?
Do you really want to know?
Not really. No. Just tell us a good story.
It's my husband's work. He's in the death care industry, and it's the National Funeral Directors Conference in Las Vegas this week.
Well, so that sounds like he has to work hard and you get to have fun.
That is exactly right.
That is fair. Look, anytime you can mooch off the spouses, I'm for it.
Why not?
Well, guys, welcome to the show. I'd like to have everybody on before the festival hits. The festival is almost exactly a week away. How many years? What is the annual number? Do we know?
It's 32,
30, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The 33rd annual Lee Summit
'Cause I
Chamber
think-
Oktoberfest.
I think the 30th was in 2019.
And we don't really we don't take away annual because of the COVID years. COVID ruined everything. We just ignore it. It's like our emotions. We bottle it deep down and never let it out. And we just skip over it.
So true.
34?
34.
I'm looking. I Googled it, of course, but I can't find it.
Dang it, Matt Baird. Why is this information not available to us?
No, it's not Matt Baird. It's Krissie. She's technically challenged. So
listen, I want to blame Matt because it's fun.
Okay, well then we'll blame Matt. Dang it, Matt.
Well, okay, so tell us, how do you get to become, the grand poobah, the chair of Oktoberfest? Rachel, you've done this 2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
So either you like it or you're a sucker.
I think both. Both. I just really enjoy being a part of the festival itself. And when they had asked for some new ideas or whatever, I kind of raised my hand like, hey, why don't we do a wagon parade or something different or this, and the other, like, oh, you have ideas. You're excited. And I just got pushed up to the front and, okay, you go.
So having ideas is like sneaking out of the meeting.
Yeah.
You're just going to get stuck with it.
Yeah. Basically.
It's mostly a volunteer position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about the wagon parade, because that is new. We're in the third.
This is our fourth wagon parade.
Fourth year of the wagon parade.
And it was just this little idea that me and Ron had, and we're like, well, what if we did this? And we kind of started out really slow, really small, and basically we just have our businesses or organizations that want to build a little wagon float. It's just hand pulled. There's no motorization or anything, and we walk down 3rd Street. Basically, we start at Main in front of Whistle Stop and then walk down 3rd, and then exit on Green, and it's just everybody hands like a regular parade. Everybody hands out candy or whatever else. And
Are we allowed to have motorized wagons?
No.
Okay.
No, you are not.
Where did this idea come from?
Well, the original Oktoberfest in Munich, they have a parade every year, and obviously with our setup, with all the tents and everything, we can't have a parade like cars and stuff go down the middle of it. So we're like, well, what if we do a little wagon parade? And it's not like an original idea. There's wagon parades in other parts of the country, but yeah, we just thought it'd be fun, and it's grown every year. But last year we had my husband Ron Dyer and Megan Mercer be the MCs, and they were set up at the main stage. And this year we're moving them to the corner of 3rd and Douglas. So everybody, as they walk down, everybody's going to kind of do a little circle around the intersection, and then the MCs will introduce their float and everything so that they can see them. And
how many people would be confused by the traffic circle in the middle of a parade? I mean, if we use our traffic circles as any example.
Yeah, I explained as I sent out some information to all the participants, and I said, well, we're going to do like a roundabout. I'm like, there won't be anybody coming any other way, so don't worry, just whatever direction you feel is best. But we're going to have people there stationed there to kind of show them where to go and how to do it. So
is this before Oktoberfest starts? Is this like a kickoff thing? Does it happen during Oktoberfest?
It's going to be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Our first year that we did it, we tried it at 5 o'clock on Friday, and the logistics of trying to get people off of work to the parade down here with everything was just kind of nightmarish. So we moved it to Saturday morning to kick off everything.
And I would think clearing the streets at 5 o'clock on a Friday would be tough too. I mean, just because as the festivals start, people just swarm in, which is awesome. That's what we want. We want everybody downtown for these festivals.
Yeah. But first year, people were like just looking at us like, what's happening?
Why are you making me move for a wagon?
I love How many were in it on the first year, Megan or Rachel?
What?
How many were in there?
I think
the first year
10 to 12 wagons. And this year we're over 20 now. So
that's great.
It's still like the deadline to sign up is Friday the 15th. So if anybody still wants to be a part of it, it's $40 to sign up, and you build a parade. You got a week to build a parade. Or build a float, excuse me.
Or find somebody really creative to do the build the float for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is always, I think, finding good people to do the work for me. That's awesome.
So it's kicking off Saturday.
And if you just want to be part of crowd control, we still need volunteers for that as well. So.
Well, we're gonna get to an appeal for volunteers, because we always like to we always like to do that. Well, let's just start off with Oktoberfest. Let's give us the dates and times, what we're running with. We've kind of hinted a week from this weekend, but when are we actually starting? What are the times?
Friday the 22nd at 5 p.m. and we're open until 11 Friday. And Saturday is from 10 until 11. And Sunday is just the carnival. Carnival's open from noon to 4.
Carnival day.
Carnival day.
It's always a good day to go too, because it's quiet, and then you can just get kiddos to do all the rides. Because if not, it's a good day.
I want to say they do like a deal too.
They do wristband.
The wristband day.
Yeah. So it's like we go to the festival on the other days, and then we do carnival day on the last day, because then I don't have to pay like $3 a ride or however much it is, and they just have fun. So yeah,
and I'm sure the lines are a little bit shorter.
Yes, they definitely are.
It's not as much of a crowd on Sunday.
No.
Right.
No, because everybody else is cleaning up all the tents and everything, and then the only thing that's really happening on the other side of
Okay,
Texas.
so let's start with the important things,
Okay.
right? Let's talk about beer.
Beer.
Okay.
Let's talk about look. It's Oktoberfest. Let's talk about the beer. First off, where are the beer tents located?
Okay. So we've got the beer garden on Green Street.
And that's down around the corner by City Hall, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
basically in front of City Hall. And then we've got the Brat Tents. So Krissie and Mindy run Brat Tent 2, which is also down on Green Street, that sell all the food and everything. We've got the Sports Tent, which is going to be on Douglas, basically 3rd and Douglas. And then we've got the People's Tent, or the Volkerzelt, on Main Street, and the Brat Tent 1 on Main Street as well. And they're on the corner of Main and 3rd. And then there's a satellite beer tent at Main and 3rd as well.
So wherever you are in the festival, you can find your
you
Oktoberfest beer.
You can stumble into some beer.
What are a couple beers that you're going to have on tap?
We will have the KC beer. We'll have the Dunkel. We'll have the Fest beer. I think we're going to have the Hefeweizen and an IPA from KC Beer.
Yes.
A new thing that we're going to have this year is the local craft brewers. So we've invited all the Lee Summit brewers to be a part of the festival. So they're going to have taps in the beer garden on on Green. So there'll be taps from Diametric, The Goat Brewing, Grains and Taps, Fringe, and Smoke. So
that is awesome. I love
Yeah.
that.
I love that
including
It's a
those
great
in
idea.
this.
yeah, that's something that we tried to get going last year, but it just logistics of it just didn't get there. But we got it there this year.
I think that's awesome. Anything we can do to keep promoting, our local businesses as well, and then just, not everybody knows what a great local beer scene we've got here in Lee Summit.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Five breweries, 6. I mean, Martin City Brews in Martin City, but they've got 2 locations here. So I think that's really cool to include them in there. Now there is also a little bit of a brew fest, right?
yes. We've got the homebrew contest on Saturday. It starts at 11. I'm not quite sure how many brewers we have to date. I think we're closing in on 18 to 19, maybe. I'm not sure on that though. But it starts at 11 and goes to 2. It is $35 for a tasting glass, and you get to taste all the different brewers that do it from home. And then there's a winner of the contest, and they get a traveling trophy. So the person the group that won last year, I think it was Witness Brewery, will bring back their trophy and see if they can win again.
That's awesome. I think I actually voted for them too.
Did you? They were pretty good.
I feel like it's my duty as a member of the city here.
Yes.
That I need to show up.
Yeah.
And
The city or the beer drinking community in the city?
yes. The answer is yes. Now let's go to the second most important thing, and I think this is where we can have a little debate. Which one? Now I'm going to say it's carnival food is number 2. Others might say it's the music and entertainment. We'll get to that next. But carnival food. What do we got coming here?
You guys went.
Yep. So we have Brat Tent 1 and Brat Tent 2. So we have most popular is the pretzels. We really worked hard on having a good pretzel.
Yes.
And the cheese. It's a beer cheese that comes with it. So that's very popular.
Hey, tell us a little bit more about the pretzel, because that sounds delicious.
I'm like,
what
I don't know if it's
I'm
just because I
I'm
skipped
hungry.
breakfast or what, but I'm like,
Officially hungry.
did you bring samples?
Yeah,
I know.
Exactly.
It's actually a Bavarian pretzel, so it's pretty large, and it's very soft. And the beer cheese that goes with it is just, you could drink it. It's delicious. So
This doesn't sound like our regular carnival pretzel, which
I
is
think
awesome.
Krissie and I are going to be friends.
it is not.
You are going to be friends.
I'm just being honest.
You know what? And that is the start of a good friendship.
That's right. The bratwursts are the second most popular item, and they just fly off the shelves in our tent. We really struggle to keep making them. I honestly have never had one, but man, they are so popular that I can't imagine they don't taste good.
How have you never had bratwurst?
Uh,
I feel like this is going to be a therapy session.
I know.
Drinking tea.
I'm not a big fan of brats. I don't know. Maybe I'll try one this year, Rachel, just for you.
Have you ever thought about, just to throw a twist out there, just to kind of freak people out a little bit, adding the brat burger? Have you seen those? The brat
Interesting.
patties?
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Just a little twist, maybe
We
mix
have-
it up a little bit.
We have hamburgers, so that'll have to suffice for this year.
Okay. Well, I'm putting a
They
note in.
can't change it up last
Okay.
minute.
I'm
That's
putting
what
a
they're trying
note
to
in.
say.
I'm putting a note in for 2024.
We'll put an asterisk by it for next
There
year.
we
How's
go.
that?
There we go. Let's
My personal favorite, though, you cannot sleep on the chili cheese Frito pie.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Now, if we're going to be friends, you're going to have to come by and see me about one of
My
those.
gosh. I think we might be long lost soulmates. Seriously, anything with chili and Fritos. I mean,
Agreed.
I don't care what you put it in. I'm gonna have it. There is a local restaurant that does a burrito with the Fritos and the chili.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need to chat about that one.
Jose Peppers down by the theater on Douglas.
Oh, who knew?
Yes.
They have a Fritos burrito. Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
super quick, we're gonna go round robin. I want to know what your favorite carnival food is at Oktoberfest.
The pretzels first, but we haven't touched on the funnel cakes that were
Oh.
there was line down the block last year.
Yeah,
So,
they're
I don't
amazing.
even know how to describe them properly.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's a way because they're just so
Right.
delicious.
2 inches thick and just you can put anything on them. So yeah,
Hmm.
beautiful. Yeah, probably.
And these people come from Oklahoma,
and we
so
didn't
you
get
know they're good if they're traveling.
Who is the vendor that always, and I love watching the 12, 13-year-old boys that get these. It's the brick of fries. There's one vendor that does a deep fried, and it is like a brick of French fries. And you see like these 12-year-old boys just order it, and they cannot tackle that mountain.
Which is saying a lot for 12 to 13-year-old
No,
boys.
oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you and I know we have
Yeah,
teenage boys, and like they can eat
anything.
anything. So it's pretty impressive
Yeah,
that they
I
can't
always
finish
enjoy,
something.
I always enjoy watching that move because the mom and dad are just, can't believe I got talked into buying this. He's not going to finish it. He's not going to finish it. And then, cocky kid, like,
There you go.
look, mom is always right. I mean, all right. So your favorite
Probably a funnel cake actually.
is funnel
Yeah,
cake.
Pretzels and funnel cake.
Rachel, what's your go-to?
I'd probably go pretzels.
I really thought you'd say beer.
I mean, that's just a given. I thought-
Is it a food group?
I feel like
It might be for Rachel.
We have to agree with her on that one.
she said food.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Mhm.
That's fair. Chrissy?
Oh, I'm definitely the chili cheese Frito pie gal.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that.
You are.
Yeah,
You're
come
gonna
see
try it
me.
for sure.
I will come see you. That is on my list as soon as they.
But remember, we're the tent between Red Racks and 100, so come there.
Okay, I will be there. You'll see me early in the festival yelling at people to park their vendor tents in the right place. My favorite part is actually that roll.
Me too. I love vendor check-in. It's the best role.
You like it because you like to control things in order.
Yeah,
You don't like chaos.
I do not.
yeah.
I just like being bossy.
Have you signed up to volunteer?
No, I haven't. I always do vendor check-in for Main Street or for downtown days,
Yeah.
but I've never done it for Oktoberfest. I didn't even think that y'all.
It's a
had
little
it.
bit. It's a little
Of
bit
course you
different,
do.
but
So speaking of loading in crafters, we have over 100 crafters this year.
wow.
So it's going to be quite interesting to get all of those crafters in a orderly fashion. They've created a system. So if people don't adhere to the system, then it's going to be chaos.
Do you know the mantra? Can you say the mantra?
What is it? Park on the left.
Drive
on
left,
the-
park right.
Mhm.
Drive left, park right.
I always say when they check in, I'm like, just pretend you're in Europe. That's what I say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive left, park right. Look, the world will be a happier place if when we load into the festivals, drive on the left side, park.
Yeah.
But there's always one.
Well,
There's always one that
there's-
shows up late, and you're
there's more
like,
than one.
"Oh, you're killing me right now."
there's
But
more than one. But
yeah, there is more than.
I was going to say just one.
I
That
know.
sounds pretty good.
Well, we won't bore everybody with my love of being bossy about how people enter the festival to set up their tents. Let's talk entertainment and music.
Entertainment. Okay.
Which one of you three is in charge of that one?
None of us.
We are not.
None of us.
It's actually Courtney.
Courtney Stoddard.
Oh.
She is a rock
Speaking
star.
of a love of being bossy,
Yeah.
I love you. I love you, Courtney.
She'll love that.
Look, she's our robot shade overlord.
So we have the maiden stage at 2nd and Green,
Mm-hmm.
and then the community stage is, would that be Main and
It's Maine.
just right at Main? Yeah.
Yeah, right. We're right by the People's Inn.
So yeah, community stage is usually like dancers and theater, and then the main stage is music.
Mhm.
So, and she's got a great lineup for us.
Yeah. So, do you
Yeah,
want me
let's
to
hear
read
the
it?
Give us a
lineup.
few. We'd love to hear it.
So Friday to kick off on the main stage, we've got Main Street Mojo, and then closing is Hazard County, and then on Saturday on the main stage, starting at noon, there is a band called The Local, and then Stein Hoisting Contest is going to be wedged in there. And then Jessica Page, Emma Joe, and closing is the Crossroads Sound.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Local. They're all about Lee Summit these 2 weeks. They're playing this Thursday night at the Wings for Water charity event.
Oh, nice.
And then they will be at Oktoberfest. That's awesome.
Wow.
Talk about the
They're going to be busy.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say on the community stages, that's where we have all the German dancers. And so on Friday, they will be, let's see, at 6:15, they start in the on the community stage, and then on Saturday they start at 5:30. So I know a lot of people like to come and watch all the German dancers, so be sure to come down at those times.
And then I heard a hint: the return of the Stein hoisting,
Yes.
which I think is really just proof of how awesome anyone is if they can hold that Stein.
It was very fun to witness
It
last year.
was.
So, yeah,
It was. It was
fun.
a lot of fun. So
I'd never seen one before, so that was quite eye-opening for me.
All right. Well, give us the rules here. What are we doing for a Stein hoisting contest?
okay, so whomever there's the men's group and then there's the women's group, and so whomever can hold a liter of beer, like a full glass liter of beer, it weighs about 5 pounds, which isn't a whole lot when you think about it, but you have to hold it directly out in front of you. You can't bend your elbow. You can't go off to the side, up or down. It has to be completely straight, and you can't lean back. You can't
drink it.
You can't drink it until after you're
Nick's
done.
out.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, Nick, here's the other thing. I wouldn't recommend drinking before the contest either, because you got to have like good eye-hand coordination,
Look, we all know,
which we know you're going to do.
I'm not graceful anyway.
That's fair. How many people usually enter that?
Oh gosh, last year I think we had 20 of each.
We're at 24 each.
24
women
yeah.
this year. So yeah, we're full.
Okay, so if people want to enter, do they need to sign up beforehand, or do you just show up?
You can show up. I looked on the website today and I couldn't find where to sign up, but we'll have it. We'll have a table right out in front of the main stage, right after the homebrew contest. So we have a lot of people just kind of filter from the homebrew to Stein hoisting, and then Megan and Ron are going to be calling play by play again, and it's a ton of fun, and it's just come down and watch or participate.
I feel like I need to hang out with
yeah.
Big Ron and Megan Mercer more
Yeah.
often. Like they get all
They
the
are
fun
fun.
parts of
Yeah.
this of this festival. Okay, give us the time and place again if you want to show up and do the Stein hoisting, or just watch and make fun of people doing the Stein hoisting. Give us the time and day again.
2:15 Saturday is when it starts. I think we'll probably have the table set up at 2:00 if you want to come and get signed up, and it might go a little later than 2:15, but that's just come down to the main stage around 2:15 and be a part of it. It'll be a
Awesome.
lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I kind of want to go backward to something you guys said, or actually, Rachel, you said it earlier, that you just wanted to be involved. You like doing this kind of stuff, and that's really what the podcast is all about at its heart, is just showing that you can get involved in things, and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's super easy.
And it's fun. What drew you into this one? I know you said, well, I just have ideas, but you always have ideas for everything. Your brain does not stop.
Yeah.
So I mean, but what kind of drew you into this? Why was this a thing you wanted to be involved in?
I'm not quite sure. I think it actually kind of stems back from like my family, and like my dad was always involved. My dad and mom were always involved in like the JCs and everything in Pike County, Missouri. And so I just kind of saw them being involved. And then when I worked for the Barkery, I did the dog show or whatever, the dog contest here. And so I thought that was a lot of fun. And so, when I started my own business, I'm like, I'm part of the chamber. I want to get back into this. And so, yeah. Now I'm full in it.
Now you're stuck.
Yeah. And I feel, me and Krissie were talking about this the other day. We're like, do we want to do this again next year, or are we stepping back, or we're like,
to give somebody else the pleasure of helping is, I think, what we were really meaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody else a chance to shine, really.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Well, and you get to go try other things.
Yeah, exactly.
Try that. What drew you in, Mindy? Or was it just Rachel got bossy and said you're doing this?
Well, that too. I've just been a part of the Lee Summit community for over 20 years, and you just always knew about Oktoberfest and downtown days, and just to be a part of the downtown area. So we just bringing people to the community. I mean, we're going to have 100,000 people coming to the community, and we hear that a lot. Like, we didn't know downtown Lee Summit was so cute, so to have a draw to bring us, everyone to the community from all over is, it's a prideful thing.
At 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Krissie, I'm going to let you chime in too. Like, were you just voluntold, or did you just raise your hand and say, I'm in?
Actually, originally I was voluntold, and I worked in a specific tent, and I did not know it at the time, but that tent manager was grooming me to take over her position when she decided it was her time to gracefully exit. And ever since then, I've been helping in the brat tent too. And then I guess if you show any kind of strength in organization or managing people, they kind of take note. And Mindy and I and Rachel make quite a team, and those are all of our strengths. So I think that we were just put in that position and kept in that position to continue to help.
Along with everyone at Lee Summit Chamber. I mean, Megan Gray is just amazing.
Absolutely.
And Driscoll.
She is amazing.
The crafters. So it is definitely a team thing. It's not all us.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, no. And I did not mean to say that if that's what it sounded like. No.
I'm okay. I'm okay with teasing Linda. That's kind of fun. It's passion.
Yeah.
Well, give the pitch for others for other people. Why should other people raise their hand? Why should other people jump in with chamber things? I mean, like, the chamber has the membership keeps growing. It's bigger and bigger, but not everybody who's a member is doing things. So, kind of, what's your pitch for people to get involved in things like this?
I think as you volunteer, you get to meet more people, and I think that's just
right.
The biggest thing is that you get out of it what you put into it, and that. I mean, that can be volunteering. Right. That can be, anything with the community. We have the Hometown Heroes section, which is amazing to highlight the military community so we're so close to Whiteman Air Force Base. I mean, so it's just whatever you come down to, and you'll find out more about Lee Summit just coming down here, and then just being a part of it and volunteering. We just need 2.5 hours of your time, and we've had a lot of people that would say, "Oh, we'll stay for a longer amount. We're having fun." You're seeing people, you're still getting stuff done. So it's fun. And if you have more people volunteering, it makes less work for everyone.
I will say, like, working a brat tent or a beer tent is probably the most fun you'll have doing any volunteer thing in the city.
Yes.
I mean, it
really is a lot of fun. And it's hard to make people understand that it is a fun job, but it does require you to do quite a bit of activity.
Look, if you're looking to get your steps in, don't work a beer tent.
No kidding.
Your steps in.
Yes.
That's a fast and easy way to do it.
It's a little bit cheating, but it's fine. We'll take it. Well, that leads up to the this is a nonprofit organization. It's a big fundraiser for them. You need more volunteers. So if somebody wants to raise their hand, how can people volunteer? How can people help out?
Go to lsoktoberfest.com, and there is a link there that you can go sign up. We still need a lot of people. We need people for brat tents, including grillers and cashiers and everything else.
Point of sale. Yes.
We need.
I think a lot of it's on Saturday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah, a lot of
that's
it
where
is
we're
on
really missing.
Saturday afternoon, probably 2 to 5
Right.
is. I know.
Right.
I know our tent is lacking a little bit in that space, and then for closing shifts as well.
So come for the volunteering and stay for
a beer.
Beer.
Like if you volunteer, you'll get a free beer and a free
food
brat.
item. Yep.
Come on now.
Look, if you can't bribe people with food and drink,
I know.
what's the point?
I know.
What's the
But
point?
but like she said, the more people we have, the more fun we have. Because
Right.
if there's only 3 people in a brat tent and everybody is just running their heads off, that's not fun for anybody. So we're just asking the community, please come help us, and you're going to have a lot of fun. So
It is a lot of fun. I've made some great friends at volunteer. Matter of fact, I met your husband. I met Big Ron while volunteering. I think during vendor check-in several years ago. That's how I met Ron. So yeah, I mean, you're going to meet people. It's going to be a blast. You'll get your steps in. I promise.
We should also mention that if you do volunteer, you can wear your logoed clothing so you can promote your business as you're volunteering at Oktoberfest.
And sometimes you get free T-shirts.
Sometimes.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, if you know how to play that game, you can leave with free T-shirts too.
But you don't have to be. You don't have to own your own business or necessarily be a part of the chamber. If you're just a community member and you're just like, hey, me and my family kind of want to go out and help, please do. Please sign up. We'd love to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. These are community events. It takes everybody to put it on and have a great time. Like you said, it's it's 80 to 100,000 people every year that come in for 3 days, and it's nuts.
Yes. And they come in for different reasons, like for crafters or for the German meals,
Right.
which Chef Aristo's doing the German meals, so that's amazing.
Uh-huh.
The carnival. Yes. So there's different reasons to come in, so different reasons to stay.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, one more time. Give us the times and the dates.
Okay, Friday, September 22nd through September 24th. Next weekend, basically. So, come on down.
There we go.
It starts on Friday. It starts at 5, and then it goes all day Saturday.
And hope for great weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the
We need great weather.
now? What's it look like now?
I haven't
before
even
we wrap
looked.
up? Okay, hopefully it's amazing.
Can I just we've all been around long enough. We've done enough of these festivals. It's still fun when it rains. It's still
unless
fun.
it's like torrential rain.
Yeah, you know what? We got lots of great restaurants and bars down here too. You just go inside and you wait it out. Or there are giant beer tents. You can go inside there under the tent, have a little drink, hang out with some friends. It'll be fine. The festival's always fun. Doesn't matter what the weather is.
Yeah.
If people want to follow along, they want to see pictures or even post pictures and can they tag the chamber, tag Oktoberfest?
Yeah. LS Oktoberfest, Lee Summit Chamber of Commerce.
Put them out there, folks.
Follow it.
Follow along, post your pictures. It'll be a great time. Krissie, Mindy, Rachel, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Appreciate
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for all that hard work to put this on. That'll wrap us up for this week. We'll talk to everybody next time.